It should come as no surprise that the new listings are down week over week, but what will blow your socks off is that sales are up from last week. You want to know more? Stick around for your Monday Market Monitor. Welcome back to your Monday Market Monitor for the week of December 12th to December 18th, 2022. Christmas is right around the corner, and as predicted, we are feeling a slowdown in the market that, of course, is going to continue for the next couple of weeks. Remember, I make these videos weekly to keep you informed about the Vancouver real estate market, so if you're finding these of value, please do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button and hit subscribe so you can stay in the know when it comes to everything Vancouver real estate. Time to get down to business and chat about the new listings. We all know that the holidays for some may not be the ideal time to list, but last week 334 sellers thought that it was a pretty good time to do so. And yes, before you say anything, that number is significantly down from the 511 new listings from the previous week. But a drop like this right now, not unexpected. I did run into a couple of surprises in last week's numbers, and one was around the listings that expired or came to the end of their term. The surprise came in the number of them, totaling 169. And I mean, I guess an argument can be made that sellers may not want to have their properties listed over the holidays, so when they wrote their contracts, they wrote in specific dates to that to end the contracts before the holiday season. I really can't think of another way to interpret that kind of data, but if I think of something, you'll be the first to know. Moving on to price changes. Last week we saw 114 sellers adjust their listing price, and it turns out that 63% of those were actually under the $1 million mark. Interesting, because we'll get to those numbers in a bit. Let's get down to the big surprise I mentioned in the intro to the video. Sales last week were up over the previous week. So last week we hit 371 deals, and that was up from the prior week's sales of 361. Okay, granted, it's only a 10-unit increase, but a number like that stands out when the market is slowing for the holidays. And I also take note of this number because remember, the Bank of Canada just raised rates again, so these latest increases didn't affect these buyers. Of course, next week and the week after, and probably the week after that, I do not remotely expect that the number of sales will stay set steady. I mean, we've got Christmas, time off, people traveling, all sorts of other things, New Year's, and that's going to force a contraction in sales. Regarding the 371 sales last week, the DOM, or days on market, to get a successful sale dropped a little bit to 24 days. And as one might expect, the number of properties selling at or above the list price dropped down to 16.7%. With less product coming to the market, it's not a huge surprise. But there are two trends that I am watching right now. One is the properties selling for under $1 million. Two, the number of attached versus detached homes being sold. For the last 3 weeks, the number of homes selling for under $1 million has slowly been decreasing, meaning that there's been an increase in the number of homes that are selling that are over $1 million. The numbers broke down like this for the last 3 weeks: 59.6%, 57%, and then last week was 56%. And this is a trend I'm going to keep my eye on, as it could be a reversal in the least expensive and in general condo and townhome product being more popular with buyers. As for number two, the number of attached, aka townhomes and condos, selling versus detached homes really backs up the first set of numbers, as we can see the number of attached homes are actually decreasing. And those numbers break down like this: 57.2%, 75.2%, 72%, and then finally 69%. And you know, I've been pretty vocal about sellers with condos or townhomes taking advantage of the market, and this may be shifting, so stay tuned for that. All right, friends, thank you so much. Have a happy holidays. But of course, I'm not sure if it's for you, but if you want to have an in-depth conversation about the Vancouver real estate market, how these stats affect your home sales and your home purchases, then reach out for some expert advice. Thank you so much for tuning into your Monday Market Monitor. Happy holidays, and we'll see you in the next video.